Jeffrey. Oh, Jeffrey. Yeah. Are we comfortable? Yeah. All right. So, thanks for coming out, everybody. That's the first thing. If you can't tell, I'm a little nervous. I didn't want to dress up for the occasion for Jeff here. You know, I'm a little wet. Because these were on the back of my truck and they got soaked. So I'm absolutely soaked right now, but that's okay. So I'm here to tell you a couple things about Jeff, or as we call him, Dweff. Because that's what he used to say when he was little. He used to be Dweff, 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 Tis, Dweff, Dweff. His name is Dweff. So we'll call him Dweff for the remainder of the evening. So I'm going to tell you a couple things. So I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Jeff is not, he flies by this by day, but by night he is a superhero. And what I mean by that is when he was little, he had 2 sets of costumes that he used to wear around the neighborhood. Do you remember that? So let me tell you a story. So I was a little bit older, right? So I used to play like baseball or football with the neighborhood kids. We played in the woods. We did a lot of different things. But what Jeff did was he would dress up as Satan, like Satan, or like Batman. So what he would do is my parents provided him a costume for both people, right? People, we'll call them people. So he had a Batman cape. And then he had a Batman hat, and the hat came with ears and everything. So he was a bat. And then Satan came with a cape. He wore a cape, and he would run around the neighborhood with it. And then it came with horns. So he would have horns on, and we would be playing baseball, and Satan would ride by. And I was like, oh, there's Satan. There you go. Right? It was a good time. Or sometimes Batman would fly by. Look, there's Batman. Right? He wasn't quite old enough to drive, so that was that. Next up, we're going to skip a little bit ahead in time. But first, let me stop, first of all, right? I want to thank a couple people. So, thank you for everybody coming out. I said that once already, but I want to thank my parents, because if you don't know this is their 34th wedding anniversary. Stand up. They put their heart and soul into making this happen today for everybody, and I think they did an awesome job. So again, thank you very much. So Jeff in high school, and I'd love to tell you that I'm not part of this, but I was. We started a car club, right? We had these cars, and they were fancy, and they were great because we were working, and we had money, and it was like great. So we bought these cars, and we made a car club. So everybody was in the car club, and Jeff had this awesome idea, like we're gonna make it official, and we're gonna collect money, right? We're gonna collect money, and then we're gonna have money, and it's gonna be great, and it's gonna take off. So out of how many people were in the car club? 6. How many people paid dues? You and me. You and me. Yeah, that was it. That was it. Nobody else. So what happened from there was Jeff had this car. He had a Honda Del Sol, and I only know 2 other people in my life. One, me, had a Honda Del Sol, the other being Jerry. Where Jeff spent the time and money to fix this thing up. It was the hottest thing in the streets, right? It had lights underneath, and he lowered it to the ground. It was the lowest thing in the world, right? It was down here. So what do you think he did? What do you think was the last thing he did with this Honda Del Sol? He bulldozed a deer with it. He did. I remember the call. He was like, I bulldozed this deer. I mean, it was already dead. He didn't kill it. He didn't even get that credit. It was already dead. So he killed it. Like, he bulldozed this deer a little bit, destroyed the car, called us. We all showed up. And then we called the cops, because the cops need to be here. We spent all this money in this car. It's so jacked up right now. It's crazy. Right? So the cops never came, because they don't care. They don't care, right? It's just a deer in his car, so they never came. So the last thing I want to tell you, and I know this is going a little long, is some of the things, because, you know, I am the older brother, and Jeff has followed in the footsteps of what I would like to say is a professional. So let me tell you a couple stories. I'll tell you a couple. So, one, when we were young, Jeff was in his crib. I remember this. I mean, there's still pictures of it. We can send them to you. Jeff was in his crib, and somehow, and I don't remember too much because I wasn't that old, but I was trying to talk Jeff into coming out of his crib, and he got about halfway out, and then he slipped and fell and pushed his teeth up into his head.
True story.
And he was bleeding, and that's about all I know because there's only pictures and stories I was too young to know. But I do know that one. Okay. So next one is, because like I said, you like to follow in the footsteps. So we were in Laurel Drive, which is in Beaver, Pennsylvania, and Jeff and I were outside playing, and the coolest thing, like we had this house, right? And like the house was like this, and then on the side, like you had one of those windows that went in the basement, but there was like a pit there. But my parents had a piece of glass that went over top of it.
Put that there, that was there.
Well, that was there. So I thought it was awesome that we would go on it and step on it. Yeah, right? So like I talked Jeff into coming on it and I took it on, right? So of course the glass broke and we fell through, and the ending, you can all assume how the ending went. The last one that I want to talk about is probably the most important one, and that's the following in the footsteps of all the relationships that we've had with different girls. But since we're out of time, I'm gonna have to cut that one short and just say that for my sake, we'll cut that one short. But what I'd like to say again is this has been a long time in the making. I could not be more proud of my little brother. He went above and beyond, and he has the girl of his dreams. You guys were together forever. Cheerleader, football team player. Yep, you were the cheerleader. I mean, you were both on the sidelines, so I couldn't tell the difference. But on a serious note, it's the girl of his dreams. He separate, come back, like made it happen, grew up together. So many years. I couldn't be more proud of both of you to come together today and be able to share this day and share this time. It's truly emotional. It's emotional, and I'm proud of both of you. Again, I want to thank everybody for coming out. And Jeff, you're screwed. Thanks. We're doing a toast? Oh, we got to do a toast. Hold on. All right, who has a drink for me? Who has a drink for me?
You going to son? No, I'm just looking at them.
All right, everybody stand up for these two. You got to stand up for this.
You can't because you're not
right? How many years? How many years? 16 years in the making. Here we are right now, here tonight. We're all joined together. We're going to give a little toast to Jeff and Danielle. Again, thank you so much. Super proud of you. Everybody's here. We're all together. And we're all family. So, on the count of three, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to say family. We're going to take a drink to these two. So, 1, 2, 3. Family! Thanks, everybody.
What do you want? Get over it.
Go to files, find the drive.
I am yours.
Is this what you're talking about?
I didn't eject it though.
No, it was a yank. It was just giving you a hit maximize. Go back over there.
The way he showed me doing it.
This is the green. And files, signer.
Fuck, I don't know what I have. I want to put that whole thing in my folder.
This? Yeah, none of his shit is current anymore.
Who's not current?
Not on the same drive. We can't find anything. Everything's there.
So, all that shit you made, it wasn't on the computer?
No.
Yeah, I put it on there. It's on the hard drive.
We didn't need it. We should go ahead and move everything there. Everything's on here now. This wasn't, I'm thinking about that, not that one. You know where it's at? It's on the hard drive?
You said it's on here?
Well, you know where it's at. You're looking on your thumb drive. You know what folder it's in, which side the folder is Serato. You know what you're looking for? I'm looking for anything in particular. If you did, you could show me.
I just didn't know what was in this folder that was something you just took out.
Everything that's in that folder now is in that music. Music. Also, one thing, file. Everything else in that music folder.
It's only 8 songs straight up by itself. What was on here?
I don't know. What was on there wasn't on here.
I mean, exactly this one.